Oh, the best piece of advice that I've ever been given?
How about the best piece of advice that I give?
Probably that you're never late for your own life. You're always on time for your own life. So when you need to complete things, when you need to get things done, the mileposts that you're set for yourself, they're the ones that really matter, not what your colleagues are doing or your friends. It really matters just what's going on in your personal life.
Anything worth having is worth working for. And I think that's been really important just in my adult life. Anything that I face that's been really challenging, it's reminded me that like if this is worth having, it's worth doing, you know, whatever I need to do to make it happen.
I would say follow my gut feeling. If something feels like that's what I should be doing, then go for it. The worst thing that happens is that it doesn't go well, and then I just try again.
Your major should get you out of bed in the morning. And it's a piece of advice that I wish I knew when I was an undergraduate, is that your major doesn't decide your life, but it should motivate you enough to be excited to get out of bed and go to class.
Be open to exploration.
Not at all, not at all. I love interacting with everyone, and I think one of my best qualities is that I'm super friendly and approachable.
What is that question?
I asked everyone.
Why? What
So
is
they
that
could
question?
say no.
I don't think so. I was named friendliest in my high school graduating class. I feel like that's a pretty good indicator that I'm a friendly person.
I don't think that I'm intimidating. I try not to be intimidating.
I'm not intimidating. I am an extreme extrovert, and so sometimes when I'm in my element, I'm sure that comes across as intimidating to some other people. Oh, if anything, I am the most intimidating. Did they say that?
I think that we are all very confident people, which again, we don't try to be intimidating, but I can see maybe that it could be.
I guess I think everyone can be intimidating in their own way.
I think it's more confidence.
I think they're all very cool, and that can seem intimidating, but they're all really nerdy, fun, quirky people. So they're not actually intimidating, but they are pretty cool.
No, everyone is super nice and approachable and just really friendly.
I am not intimidating. Come talk to me. Please come talk to me.
I'm gonna have to give you two. So first, I will say that they challenge me to think outside of the box, which I really appreciate. And then the second one is that I see a lot of myself in them, so there's just an instant connection there.
Honor students are really inspiring. You all do such awesome work. You're so motivated, and you're really trying to make great change, and it's just inspiring.
I love how really interested in stuff they are. They have really deep passions for things, and I think that really comes off in what they do in their careers and how they go through Temple and beyond. It's really cool to wake up every day and work with people who are really interested in what they're doing and want to find out all the little answers to all the big things.
One of my favorite parts is that they make me feel inadequate every day, but I mean that in the most positive of ways. So many, our students just have the most incredible stories. The second thing I love most about working with honor students is, especially here at Temple Honors, is just how humble they are about these said accomplishments. So they're incredible and they don't even know it.
I feel like as an adult, I question the impact that I can have in the world at this point in my life, and I really love working with honor students because they are all so kind of passionately committed to the things they care about that I am inspired by the change that I know that they will make in the world.
A favorite spot? Oh my gosh, so many.
Right in Terminal Market, I just like the rush of people and all the cool food you can have there. I love food, and there's so many different places you can eat there. It's really cool.
I will say the art museum, like just being around there, being able to just like walk and work out and just hang out there. I just love the place. I think it shows a lot of the vibrancy of the city.
Oh, the art museum, hands down. I used to live in the art museum area. I lived there for 15 years and it's my favorite neighborhood. B, I used to work out with the community on the steps every single day when I lived down there. So I've done a lot of physical sweating, blood, sweat, and tears on those steps. I got engaged on those steps. So my husband proposed to me on the PMA steps because he knew that was my favorite place in the whole world. We had our wedding photos done there. We bring our girls there every Christmas Eve to see the tree. And it's, yeah, easily hands down my favorite place in the whole city.
I'd have to say my favorite spot in Philly is the Wissahickon.
Yeah, the Wissahickon Creek.
It was my place to kind of escape from everything and just be by myself in the woods. And it was really, it was very helpful for me at certain times in my life when I needed it.
This is a good question. I really like Erie Beach, which is right across from us right now. It's one of the places that I feel like the most college-y on Temple's campus, especially on nice days. You see a bunch of people out there hanging out, sunning, playing the guitar, kicking the ball around, things like that.
Oh my gosh, the Student Center. It is my favorite place. I just feel like all of Temple is in one location, and it really gives you a glimpse of what the institution is and what our student body is like. So definitely the Student Center.
There's a patch of grass over in front of the Tyler building, in front of like Tyler and Engineering building, where one summer I took a lot of really good naps in the sun. So I'm a pretty big fan of that spot. I think that's over near where the Honey Truck is now, and that's also my favorite food truck. So I feel good about that corner of real estate.
I really like, well, there's a couple places. I really like the anthropology lab. It's really, really cool. And I also really like going into the contemporary.
I don't know, like the whole campus really feels like home, and the campus has changed so drastically since I've been here. The one main consistent has been the Tuttleman second floor honors lounge. Our view is the best view on campus, and it's just a really amazing place.
Other than my own?
No, that's what I meant. Like,
Oh.
I have 2 kids. Do I want to brag about them? That's a different question.
Everyone knows that I love talking about my girls. Yes, I have 2 children. Their names are Lillian and Hazel, and they are almost 5 and almost 2. And they have made quarantine quite interesting. But they're really sweet, and they are the lights of my lives, in addition to my lovely students.
Yes, I have one little girl. Her name is Dylan Rosie. She's 2 years old. She loves space. She loves pizza. And she loves dancing.
No, I'm just kidding. They're great. I have twin girls that are 7 years old, and they are funny and silly and sweet and ridiculous. And they're twins, but they're very different. They both have very different personalities. They're both really great in their own ways.
I love plants. I actually became a plant mom over the summer during quarantine, so I'm taking on that new title. I absolutely love them.
Oh my God, please. Plants are one of my most favorite things in the world.
How do I feel about plants? I am not as obsessed as other people in this office, that is for sure. Yeah, plants are amazing. Zach is gonna have the best answer to this. It doesn't matter what I say. Zach can talk forever about plants.
I really like all mosses and ferns because they're old. Some of the oldest plants. It's just really cool.
I once ate an entire block of cheddar cheese in one sitting.
I love high adrenaline activities, so like zip lining, whitewater rafting, like all those things.
I used to be able to tell the type of car by the headlights at night. So like I could be driving around and I would see a headlight and know that that was like a 97 Camry.
that is really weird.
I used to be really into urban adventure racing. So I would compete in Philly, and then I've competed nationally in like urban adventure races, which is basically The Amazing Race, but in like a real life, local level kind of thing.
Oh boy. I have 4 dogs. I'm that person. They're all a little silly and special in their own ways. Many of them are old and have health issues. And one of them actually is the unofficial honors mascot. So ask about her at some point. Her name's Frida. So I love dogs, and I am the person that has too many of them. So
Okay, are you ready for your point 3 of a question? Because it is 7.3 questions.
Okay. Yeah, I'm ready.
When?
Now.
Who?
Probably my little girl Dylan. She's the most important person in my life, and she's what I wake up with every day. We have breakfast time every morning. She's the last person I saw today before I did this because I dropped her off at school.
Where?
So, where? I would say Tokyo. I mean, you know, I got to visit Tokyo a couple years ago. I got to visit TUJ, and it was just, I fell in love in a way that I never thought I would. And so, as a new student coming into college, if you want to go somewhere, go to TUJ, go to Tokyo. It's amazing. I will talk to you about it for hours.
How?
How did we make it this far?
Why?
Why not?